What's up guys, it's Gaz, welcome to the Warframe video, and today we have another installment of Nightwave tips and tricks on the 1st of September in 2019. Let's check out these challenges. So we've got our first daily, pick up 8 mods, don't need to be rare mods, they're just normal mods. Got our first weekly, 6 rare fish on the Plains of Eidolon, my recommendation is Mercrays. We have complete 3 different K-Drive races on the Orb Valis. To find where the races are guys, just go onto the Orb Valis with your K-Drive and hit the map or hold down the map button. They'll appear as purple like K-Drives. Protector, complete 3 mobile defense missions. So that's like 20 minutes of gameplay right there, guaranteed. Supporter, complete 10 syndicate missions. Vault Looter, unlock 4 Auric and Derelict vaults. Day Trader is our first elite weekly, which is win 3 wagers in a row in the index without the enemy scoring 1 point. So I'm going to recommend CC and DPS. And do it with a team is my recommendation, although it's doable solo. Hold Your Breath. Survive for over 30 minutes in Kuva Survival. They have changed it so you can actually activate the life support towers if you so choose. Cred Offerings this week, we have the Evergreen, of course. We've got Rhino Vanguard, Wisp Gauth, Hildren Asuran. Some pretty good helmet choices this week, guys. I actually think this is the one Nova helmet I don't have, so I should probably remember to buy that this week. And then we've got both the Titania helmets, very, very nice there. And the Gara Virago is always a nice option as well. As far as aura mods this week, you got Physique, increasing your health. Loot Detector, increasing your overall loot radar. Very valuable mod right here, Loot Detector. Shotgun Scavenger, increases shotgun ammo recovery rate. Some people might consider that in the comb. Pistol Scavenger, heard of some really memey builds with this. It's up to you. We got some skins down here. We got the Atarax Desert Camo skin. Keep in mind there is a skin that comes from arbitrations for the Atarax as well. You'll have to choose between those two. Marelock Desert Camo skin. Both of these worth considering if you like these weapons. The Sindo Dagger Axe skin, I personally don't like this because it makes the weapon look worse, the Sindo Prime. And then we've got Mastery Weapons, Plasma Sword, Heat Dagger, and the Ceramic Dagger. Complete garbage. Alright guys, thank you for checking out the initial part of the video. We're going to get into a more in-depth explanation with lots of gameplay here and even more tips. So, yeah, if you are here just for the challenges, peace. Let's get into it, guys. So first off, right off the bat, guys, the highlighted green challenges for weeklies can be cross-progressed. So there's 10 Syndicate missions. 3 mobile defense, and then there's the 4 vaults. You could potentially do an Auric and Derelict mobile defense. I don't really think I did that mission until I had to unlock arbitrations, so that's completely up to you. Make sure, just remember, there's no matchmaking for those Auric and Derelict missions, guys, so you want to get a squad from recruiting chat or clan, whatever. Additionally, those Syndicate missions, you can share Syndicate missions with your teammates. You just won't get, like, the rep for it. So yeah, you can just run Syndicate missions with your teammates if they're in the same Syndicates as you, and they should count. Okay, so that's cross-progression. Let's get into some nitty-gritty gameplay here on these challenges, guys. So for the first one, Earth Fisher. Oh, by the way, we're going to try something new this week. I'm going to have some gameplay on the top right corner, and we're going to keep that up the whole time, and we'll have gameplay on the left side of the challenge specifically. So let's get back into it. Sorry about that distraction there, guys. First one, I'm going to recommend to get Mercrays on the Plains of Eidolon. And the reason for that is because they can be caught during the day and during the night, but you do need to have some bubbles in the edges of the map, like those water areas on the edges of the map. That's where the Mercrays are going to come from. You need bubbles there, and then you're also going to want to throw some baits in there. I'd also highly recommend throwing in the Luminous Dye blue item. That's very important. Or bring the Oxalis Sentinel to light up the... It just basically uses the Luminous Dye item for you. And I didn't know this, but the Tuck Lock fishing spear is the one that works on the Mercray. Normally, I bring my Master Fisherman, Volt, he's still the best fisherman in the game. You can say Ivara is super good, but Ivara has to actually switch spears. Volt never needs to switch a spear. So in my opinion, he's always the best Master Fisherman for Plains of Eidolon. But basically, just go to this island that I teleported to. I made sure to get that on the screen for you guys, where I like to fish. And then, yeah, just throw the bait in. The bait costs rep. It doesn't require any building anymore, so that's really nice. Next weekly, guys, we got complete 3 different K-Drive races. So for this one, you can choose to cheese this, you can choose not to cheese this. Just depends how much you like to run K-Drives. So make sure you equip your K-Drive launcher in your gear wheel. and you can use your K-Drive launcher in open world areas. So we're going to go out into the Orb of Valis, we're going to use our K-Drive on our gear wheel, and then we're going to open our map while on our K-Drive. That's going to bring up those map locations. We right-click on the K-Drive location or whatever the button that is on controller to mark something on the map, and then we're going to fly over there because K-Drives are slow. And then I had a bit of a brain fart here, that's why we're having this a little bit faster speed than normal. I didn't know where the next gate was for this race, and it was actually right in the valley, and I thought it was going to be like ahead of us for some reason. So there's a couple seconds here I'm just wasting, but on the right side, guys, I'm using the new Gauss weapons with Saren. I'm using a Venom Dose Augment Mod build, and it's really good. I have Rivens for both of them, and it's super fun. So yeah, and here I am thinking that you need to actually clear the area of enemies before the race starts. That's not the case. I was just missing where the gate was. It's actually down that valley right there, guys. So for this one, you can actually start the race on your K-Drive and then jump onto your Arcwing and just fly to the end of the race. Because they mark the end of the race right when you start it. You go through the first gate. See that purple icon? That's where the end is. I get some energy in my Itzel, so I can just blink over there, like spam it as much as I need to. Jump back onto the K-Drive, go through the final gate, and it's done. That's faster than doing it normally. Although I believe it gives you a lot less reps. So if you want to get the rep for K-Drives and get like the mods and all that to make your K-Drive go faster, definitely don't cheese it like that and get some more rep. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, guys. K-Drives, just make sure you do 3 different races. There will be like 5 of them on the map at a certain time. Just make sure you go out and do 3 different ones, guys. I'm not going to show any gameplay for this mobile defense, these Syndicate missions, or the Auric and Derelict Vault, but we are going to show a quick strategy for Day Trader, which I think is pretty powerful. So I actually messed up some stuff in this video, but specifically, I actually didn't have Zeteric equipped, so I didn't have any energy regeneration innately, but we're basically using a high-range Korra build, and we're going to mod our stat stick for radiation because if you're doing it in public matchmaking, you're not going to have war corrosive projections all the time. And even though you're fighting corpus enemies, guys, some of the robots have armor, so you need to be kind of careful about armor. But if you're not going to be running corrosive projections, just run radiation because radiation is what's good against their armor type for the most part. At least that's what I usually run on like my Mesa and my stat stick for Korra. But basically, we're just going to put up the Korra Strangledome around our goalpost. The way I would look at the index, it's basically like football or soccer where you're trying to score on the enemy, and it's not like football or soccer too much, but you know, everybody has a goalpost, so that's, you know what, that's a good comparison right there. But I finally got enough energy eventually here, guys, after I fought my way to that energy orb, past that giant corpus monster, and now that my 4 is up, the enemies are going to run into it, and they're just going to get stuck, and I can whip it if I really want to, but the main purpose of Korra being here is just to put up these Strangledomes and CC the enemies. So, now all their points are dropped from where they died, because they got stuck in the Strangledome, and yeah, I could just continue doing that. If you have the Korra not picking up the points, and not getting the energy drain from the point picking up thingy, like, the more points you have, the lower your health gets, and I believe you get your energy drain too, so the way that you want to do index, guys, you want to have certain people picking up the points and certain people not picking up the points. It just makes it a lot easier. Also, you want to get 15 points at maximum before you bank. Just mathematically how it works out. Unless you are like doing like some super elite strat where you're trying to like pick up a ton on one person, I wouldn't recommend it for the most part. But yeah, guys, that's going to be basically it for the video today. Like I said, you can cross-progress the Mobile Defense Syndicate one and the Auric and Derelict one. Just keep in mind for this Auric and Derelict, you want to go and build those Auric and Derelict keys for the vaults. So if you don't have these, I believe the blueprint comes from, it's either the market or the dojo. If you don't see it in the market, I believe you just search vault, or no, they're called dragon keys, that's what they are. So you search a dragon key, and all 4 of the dragon keys come up. Also, by the way, the Excel trick can kill you. It does self-damage. If you go fast enough, if you're like running with Saren. I think we're done with that gameplay for now. So yeah, guys, basically you just get these blueprints, use some void traces to make these keys, and you're good to go. I will talk to you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow. We'll be going over some endurance strats. And when I call it an endurance strat, guys, I know that like 1 hour into a Kuva Disruption, you're fighting level 300 enemies, so like, how long are you really going to be in Kuva Disruption? Like, what level are these enemies going to be getting to? I'm really probably not going to be doing this stuff myself, but I'm going to show you guys potentially what's the most high weapon damage you can achieve in the game against the Kuva Guardian Demolist and Demolist in general. So it's going to be a pretty fun video. A couple things aren't going to work on the Kuva Guardian demo list specifically, but for the rest of them, it should be okay. So we're going to have some fun, guys, and I will see you guys very soon. Take it easy, and peace.